Mike Tyson wasn't born in the ring. He was forged through relentless discipline, brutal self-awareness, and a spiritual connection to his own strength. Beyond the knockouts and chaos was a man mastering himself. Here are the 10 habits that made him unstoppable. 1. The mastery of discipline, doing what you hate like you love it. Mike Tyson's life, especially his early career under Cus D'Amato, was not about passion. It was about savage, unwavering discipline. He famously said, "Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it." This wasn't some fleeting motivational quote. It was the bedrock of his existence. He didn't always want to wake up at 4 a.m. for road work or push through grueling sparring sessions, but he did it with the ferocity of someone possessed by a higher purpose. Consider his time in prison. Many would crumble, losing their routine and their edge, but Tyson, stripped of all the luxuries and amenities of a champion, transformed his cell into a training ground. He performed thousands of push-ups, sit-ups, and squats daily, shadowboxing relentlessly in a confined space. This wasn't for a fight contract. It was a deeply ingrained habit of discipline, doing the brutal work even when no one was watching, proving that his commitment to self-mastery was absolute. It was this internal resolve that allowed him to emerge from incarceration not broken, but still formidable. 2. Taming Fear, the ultimate ally. For Tyson, fear was not an enemy to be avoided, but a force to be controlled and weaponized. He articulated this profound insight. Fear is your best friend or your worst enemy. It's like fire. If you can control it, it can cook for you. It can heat your house. If you can't control it, it will burn everything around you and destroy you. This habit was about confronting the most primal human emotion head-on, understanding its power, and bending it to his will. Before every fight, Tyson admitted to being terrified. He would cry in the locker room, overwhelmed by anxiety. But he didn't run from it, he used it. He allowed that fear to sharpen his senses, to make him hyper-aware, to channel every ounce of nervous energy into explosive power and focus. His opponents often saw his terrifying stare-down and assumed pure aggression. But beneath that, Tyson was wrestling his own fear, converting it into a lethal advantage. He mastered his inner demons before he even stepped into the ring. 3. The Unyielding Mindset. Everyone has a plan. Mike Tyson understood the brutal unpredictability of life, a lesson he distilled into one of his most iconic quotes. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. This habit wasn't about planning for success, it was about preparing for adversity, for the moment when everything goes wrong. It's about mental resilience, about adapting and continuing the fight even when your carefully constructed world comes crashing down. Beyond boxing, Tyson's life has been a series of triumphs and devastating setbacks. From losing his mentor, Cus D'Amato, to financial ruin, to personal struggles. Each punch in the mouth could have ended another man's career or life. Yet Tyson always found a way to re-emerge, to rebuild, to reinvent himself. His ability to absorb life's blows and keep moving forward, even if bruised and battered, is a testament to this habit of unyielding resilience and a refusal to stay down. 4. Respect as a foundation, demanding what is due. Mike Tyson has always been a man who commands and expects respect, not through arrogance, but through an intrinsic understanding of personal boundaries and dignity. For him, true masculinity involves holding oneself and others accountable for respectful conduct. He famously said, "Social media really made y'all too comfortable disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face." This isn't a call to violence, but a potent commentary on the erosion of real-world consequences for disrespectful behavior. A stark reminder of a different era where actions had immediate repercussions. The infamous airplane incident perfectly illustrates this habit. A fellow passenger, allegedly intoxicated and overly persistent, continued to provoke Tyson despite requests to chill. After enduring prolonged harassment, Tyson lashed out. While not condoning the violence, the incident became a viral symbol of a man pushed to his absolute limit, refusing to allow sustained disrespect to go unchecked. It was a visceral, albeit extreme, demonstration of his deep-seated value for personal boundaries and the demand for respect, like a real man should be. What's one habit you've adopted from a respected figure that has truly transformed your life? Let us know in the comments below. Your experiences help all of us grow. 5. Spiritual running, connecting with the self. While he was a boxer, Tyson's approach to physical conditioning often transcended mere exercise. For him, running wasn't just about building stamina, it was a profound spiritual practice, a way to connect with a deeper part of himself. He spoke on Joe Rogan's podcast about how his early morning runs gave him a different type of high, something on a spiritual level. This habit speaks to finding a meditative quality in challenging physical exertion, transforming a chore into a source of inner peace and strength. In his prime, Tyson would often wake before dawn for long runs, not just around a track, but through the streets, sometimes even in the woods. This solitary ritual, pounding the pavement in the pre-dawn silence, allowed him to clear his mind, process his thoughts, and build mental fortitude alongside physical endurance. It was in these moments of intense, solitary effort that he wasn't just burning calories, but burning away doubts, finding a sense of self and purpose that fueled his formidable presence. 6. Relentless curiosity and self-education, beyond the brute. Despite his public image as a fierce, often volatile fighter, Mike Tyson developed a habit of relentless learning and intellectual curiosity. He was known to read voraciously, particularly history, philosophy, and military strategy. This isn't about formal education. It was about a hunger for knowledge, a desire to understand the world and himself on a deeper level. His transformation from a young, raw talent to a more articulate, thoughtful public figure is a testament to this habit. He engaged in deep conversations on his podcast, quoting philosophers and historical figures, revealing a man who constantly sought to expand his mind. This intellectual pursuit allowed him to develop a powerful verbal sparring ability, showcasing a sharp mind that could dissect arguments and deliver cutting truths, proving that strength isn't just physical. As he famously declared, "You don't know me. You only know what you read." A powerful statement emphasizing the gap between public perception and his true, complex self, likely uttered in response to media scrutiny demanding a deeper understanding beyond superficial headlines. 7. Strategic humility, the lesson of life's blows. Tyson's journey through extreme highs and devastating lows taught him a profound, albeit hard-earned humility. He understood that life has a way of leveling everyone, regardless of their power or status. His quote, "If you're not humble, life will visit humbleness upon you," reflects a habit of accepting life's lessons, no matter how brutal, and integrating them into his character. This isn't about being weak, but about understanding one's place in the larger scheme of things. After his career peaks and subsequent struggles, including bankruptcy and legal troubles, Tyson emerged a different man. He spoke openly about his mistakes, his addictions, and his journey of self-discovery. This vulnerability, this willingness to acknowledge his flaws and learn from them showed a new layer of strength, the strength to be human, to seek growth, and to understand that even the baddest man on the planet is not immune to life's humbling forces. 8. Cultivating Focus, the art of mental warfare. Under Cus D'Amato, Tyson developed an almost obsessive habit of focus and visualization. He didn't just train his body, he trained his mind to eliminate distractions and hyper-focus on his objectives. This mental discipline was as crucial as any physical workout, allowing him to enter a state of flow and single-minded determination. D'Amato would have Tyson repeatedly visualize fights, picturing every movement, every combination, every outcome, long before he ever stepped into the ring. This mental rehearsal built an unshakable confidence and allowed him to perform under immense pressure. It trained him to block out the roaring crowd, the flashing lights, and the gravity of the moment, reducing it all to a precise, calculated execution of his plan. This laser focus made him terrifyingly efficient. 9. Embracing solitude, finding power within. Despite being a global superstar, Tyson often found strength in solitude and introspection. He understood that true power isn't always found in the crowd, but in the quiet moments of self-reflection and personal accountability. This habit allowed him to confront his inner demons and build a robust internal world. His dedication to early morning routines, including running and solitary workouts, underscores this. Even after his boxing career, Tyson often sought out spaces for quiet contemplation and learning. These periods of solitude weren't about isolation. They were about intense self-engagement, a necessary practice for a man who experienced so much external chaos. It was in these private moments that Iron Mike processed his thoughts, planned his next moves, and solidified his unshakable internal resolve. 10. The courage to change, evolving beyond the past. Perhaps one of Tyson's most defining habits is his capacity for radical personal evolution. He refused to be defined solely by his past or by the expectations others had for him. This habit is about the courage to break destructive patterns, to seek redemption, and to constantly strive for a better version of oneself, even when the world expects you to remain the same. Tyson's post-boxing life is a testament to this. From his early days of aggression and controversy, he transitioned into an actor, a podcaster, a cannabis entrepreneur, and a surprisingly gentle public figure. He openly discusses his past mistakes, not to excuse them, but to show his journey of growth. This isn't just a change. It's a profound, courageous habit of self-reinvention, proving that even the most dangerous men can harness their power for positive transformation, making him a complex, respected, and undeniably masculine figure that continues to captivate the world. So, what have we uncovered? From the brutal honesty of his self-discipline to the spiritual solace he found in running, from his demand for respect to his relentless pursuit of knowledge and his courage to evolve, Mike Tyson's life offers a blueprint for forging an undeniably powerful and masculine presence. It's a reminder that true strength isn't just about the physical, it's about the unshakable mindset, the disciplined spirit, and the unwavering commitment to one's own truth. And this brings us to the bigger question. If a man like Mike Tyson, who faced the world's fiercest opponents and his own deepest demons, could cultivate such habits to become a dangerous, respected, and profoundly masculine figure, what does that say about the potential within each of us to forge our own unshakable character? If you're looking to not just understand these habits, but to implement them and build unbreakable discipline in your own life, then you need to check out our video on the ruthless discipline behind Mike Tyson's greatness.